Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's learn with Lizzie. Imagine laughing at something you see on the street and then suddenly realizing that what you found funny is actually a symbol of deep humiliation. And that's what we are going to look at in this chapter. We are going to look at another most important autobiographical piece in your Class 12 textbook, We Too Are Human Being by Bama from Memories of Childhood. This chapter is not just about a small street incident. It is about caste discrimination, dignity, social awareness, and the power of education. Let us begin by understanding the author. Bama, whose full name is Bama Faustina Suryaraj, is a well known Tamil Dalit writer. She grew up in a marginalized community in Tamil Nadu, where caste discrimination was part of daily life. Her autobiography, Kariku, from which this extract is taken, boldly exposes caste injustice in Indian society. Unlike other fictional writers, Bama writes from lived experience. This makes the chapter emotionally authentic and socially powerful. Now, let us understand the social background of the text. The chapter reflects the reality of caste based discrimination in India. In traditional caste hierarchy, upper castes considered themselves superior, and Dalits were treated as untouchables. They were believed to pollute upper caste people through touch. Students, notice how dangerous such a belief is. It does not just create inequality among humans, it dehumanizes people, and this is the background against which Bama's childhood memory unfolds. And let us move to the actual incident now. The story begins with Bama as a carefree schoolgirl walking back home. She enjoys watching street scenes, vendors selling fruit, snake charmers, political speeches, fried snacks, and temple activities. This description is lively and colorful. This imagery shows her innocence and curiosity. She is simple, happy child enjoying everyday life. But then comes the turning point of her life. Bama notices an elderly man from her community carrying a small packet of vadai for a landlord. But he is holding the package by its strings, not touching it directly. At first, Bama finds it funny. She laughs at the awkward way he is carrying it. This is important. Why? Because as a child, she does not yet understand caste discrimination. To her, it looks like a comic scene. But when she tells her brother about it, everything changes. Let us see what her brother explains. Her brother Annan tells her the painful truth. The man was carrying the packet like that because the landlord believed that touching food handled by a Dalit would pollute him. Imagine the humiliation. The food was wrapped in banana leaf and paper. Still, the mere touch of a Dalit was considered impure. At this moment, Bama's laughter turns into anger. She feels provoked and hurt. This is the moment of social awakening. After learning the truth, Bama is deeply disturbed. She asks herself, why should our people bow and shrink before others? Why should we accept humiliation? Her brother gives her powerful advice. He says, because we belong to a marginalized community, society denies us respect. But if we study and excel, we can break these chains. Education becomes the key to dignity. And this advice leaves a deep impression on her. Annan tells her, study with care, learn all you can. If you are always ahead in your lessons, people will come to you. This line is extremely important for board exam. Education is shown as a tool of empowerment, a weapon against oppression, a path to dignity. Bama follows this advice seriously. She studies hard and stands first in class. Gradually, people begin respecting her. This shows that social change begins with awareness and effort. So now let us focus on the title justification. Why this chapter is called as We Too Are Human Beings? Because it is a declaration, it is not a request, it's not an assertion. It challenges caste hierarchy by affirming basic humanity. The title summarizes the emotional core of the chapter and Bama's realization and resistance. So now let us move on to the character analysis of the main characters. First comes Bama, who's an innocent and playful girl, observant of her surrounding. Her innocence transforms into social awareness when she learns about discrimination, and she becomes determined to use education as a tool for empowerment. And then the next important character is Annan, that is Bama's brother, who plays the role of a guide and conscience for Bama. He helps her understand caste injustice and motivates her to strive for change through education. Now let us summarize the main themes. First, caste discrimination. The ritual of carrying the packet by string symbolizes untouchability. Deeply rooted caste beliefs marginalize Dalit bodies and dignity. And next comes human dignity. All people, regardless of caste, deserves equal respect. And third is the education as empowerment. Education is shown as a key to overcome caste barriers. Fourth comes the social awareness. Bama's innocence, shock, and anger illustrate growing awareness of injustice. And finally, the last theme, that is self respect and identity, where we are challenging discrimination, begins with recognizing one's own worth, that is self respect. And now let's move on to the symbolism and literary devices used in this chapter. Carrying the packet by its strings symbolizes the degrading ritual of untouchability that deny basic dignity. And next comes imagery. The street scene full of colors, smells, and actions reflect Bama's curiosity and zest for life. And there is a sharp contrast between the playful observation of Bama and the harsh social reality of the people. And finally, coming to the first person narration, the story is written in first person narration, which makes the experience personal and authentic. Now, let us focus on some important quotations given in this chapter. We too are human beings, that talks about the central statement of the narrative. And then comes the quotation, the elder held the packet so that his hands did not touch it. This line shows the absurdity of caste rules. And finally, education and self respect can help overcome injustice. This is the message of hope and resistance given in the story. So, what is the message and the moral that we learn from this chapter? The key message is the chapter highlights caste discrimination, human dignity, and the transformative power of education. And the moral that we can learn from this chapter is respect all human beings, regardless of their caste. Education empowers the oppressed to challenge injustice, and self respect is essential to fight prejudice and inequality. Now let us look at some CBSE board exam focused questions. What incident made Bama realize caste discrimination? How did Annan help Bama understand the caste system? Discuss the theme of caste discrimination in We Too Are Human Beings. How does education help Bama overcome humiliation and discrimination? If asked to compare the chapter with part 1 by Zid Khalasha, just remember to mention that both Zid Khalasha and Bama faced discrimination, one based on race and the other based on caste. In both the stories, the protagonist experience humiliation, become aware of injustice, resist and fight for dignity, unique to their cultural context. The core message across both narratives are very common. Oppression diminishes dignity and resistance begins with awareness. So they both have a common thread, and that is dignity. They both fight for their own dignity. To conclude, We Too Are Human Beings is not just a childhood memory, it is a powerful protest against caste inequality. It teaches us discrimination begins in everyday practices. Awareness begins in childhood. Education can transform destiny. And self respect is the first step towards social change. And most importantly, no human being is inferior. The title itself reminds us of a simple but powerful truth. We too are human beings. If this explanation helped you understand the chapter deeply, revise the themes, and practice structured answer writing, kindly please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you for watching till the end. So, in the next upcoming video, I will be working on the other chapters of class 12, which will be helpful for your board examinations. Till that, keep learning, keep questioning, and I always stand for dignity. Thank you very much.